Good morning. This is Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing at the Tailored Fit, and this is Facebook Live. We have some really fun stuff for you today. I'm so excited to show you some of the new things that have come in, some of the new things we've done, and we're also going to give you, if you weren't here yesterday, if you were, you're going to probably be bored with that, but I'm going to show my wedding dress off today for those who weren't able to see it yesterday because they have to work or they were busy. I know we get a lot more people watching Facebook on Saturdays, so I'm going to show it off again. So, by the way, if you haven't done so yet, please share this with your friends because we're going to do another giveaway today. And I will show you that just in a minute, and we'll announce yesterday's winner. So, right in front of me, and I'm going to show you this beautiful pattern and kit for a unicorn quilt. Now, if you're like me, I have a lovely young granddaughter who would just absolutely love to have this as a gift. And we have this kit put together so that you can just walk right in, or you can shop online at our universityofsewing.com. And this is called the Unicorn Quilt Kit. Very simple. So this kit's all put together and ready to go, and all you have to do is order it and we can have it ready for you. And this is the center panel. It's got some piecing to it, but it's actually a really, really simple quilt to put together. And imagine the squeals of delight from the young ladies in your life who love unicorns. Look at this with the sweet baby on it. And Rosa, if you're watching, Grandma may actually do something like this for you. So we will definitely be doing something for my sweet granddaughter out of this. But I wanted you guys to see this because we had just recently put the kit together, and I didn't know if you realized we had this or not. We definitely have the patterns, and you don't have to get the kit. You can just buy the patterns separately and then get the fabric as you wish. We also have one for our dinosaur friends. Denise, do we have that as a kit too?
Not yet, we're working on it.
Okay, so dinosaur friends will end up being a kit too. So if you have some young boys in your lives who love dinosaurs, or girls who love dinosaurs, we're gonna have that as a kit too. So I'm gonna set this guy down here and we're gonna go over and I'm gonna show off my wedding dress. So this is the wedding dress I want, and if you've been on our Facebook page recently, you saw that I put a couple pictures from our wedding, and I put this dress on the dress form so that you could see it. We took some of this is a mesh lace, and I found out the straight stitch on my machine just worked perfectly to sew it. But what was really fun and something I was kind of surprised at, finishing the edges of this material, I did it with a 2-thread serger. And I noticed yesterday Tony Christoph was on here. And Tony, if you're on here again, I did this with the L890. So we did this edging on here with a 2-thread serger. And look how beautiful that turned out. The fabric under this lace mesh, a little cold, so I went ahead and got this little jacket. Now this was pre-bought, but look what we did with it. We took the lace and we overlapped several pieces of it, stitched it together, then we put it on the jacket. And what we decided to do was do it by hand so that if I wanted to remove it at some point in the future and just wear the jacket by itself, I could do that. So this was what I wore for the wedding, and if you go back again to our Facebook page and look at the posts in the last 24 hours, you'll get to see some pictures from the wedding. So I hope everybody is enjoying all that little tidbits. It's always fun to do this sort of thing. Okay, before I forget, yesterday we had so many of you shared. Thank you so much. There was quite a few of you. And Angie Raynard, you won the Dublin chips from Northcott. So today we're giving another group of them away. This is kind of like a solid blend. They're not solid, but it's a blender line from Northcott called Toscana, and this is a group of their 5-inch squares, and this is what we're giving away today. So please, please, please share. And even if you share later in the day, we take your name and put it into a hat, and we won't make the decision on this. Normally it would be on Monday for Saturday's event, but we're going to do it on Tuesday because Memorial Day we're closed. Monday is Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. So that is going to be, and oh, I didn't do a very good job of showing you this, but this is wonderful neutrals. We've got whites and grays and into blacks. So this is a really beautiful group of 5-inch squares that you will be able to use for lots of different projects. I wanted to make sure that I showed you this line of fabric. This is called Summer at the Cotswolds, and it's got these wonderful bees on it. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. It's a gold metallic on this wonderful kind of blue purple. And this is, you know, a lot of times metallics are things that are glittery. You worry about stuff coming off. This doesn't come off at all. It isn't going to be something you're going to be worried about getting into your laundry or on your ironing board or anything. It does not come off. And they've got these wonderful stripes. They've got this bee pattern that's very subtle. And then they've got some really adorable prints. They've got this one that's got the beehive on it as a center motif. And that is really pretty. And there's the little bees. And they're all surrounded by beautiful flowers and leaves. And then they've got, oh my goodness, I just think this is so sweet. And you know, I am not a real cutesy kind of person, and I don't think this is a kind of cutesy print. I think it's kind of elegant and pretty with these wonderful little bicycles. It's so nice to see where they've done something that is beautiful, very classic looking. It's kind of got that English garden kind of feel to it. And I think for a lot of us who enjoy pretty things, but we don't want cutesy stuff, I think this line's a really great choice. So we have we have the entire line. So there is kind of a mint green, there is a beige, and then there's kind of this subtle purple that is in this line. So there's some really wonderful colors here, and I think you will enjoy it. We're going to take and walk over to, oh, we're going to go to our map. I forgot about our map. Thank you, Dave, for reminding me. Well, I know that this isn't completed, but I wanted to show you, look at all the places we're shipping to. We've shipped to Hawaii. You know, what's not on here is Puerto Rico. We actually shipped to Puerto Rico this past year. We've got stuff going all over the country. And I can't thank all of you enough. Thank you for sharing this with your friends and the people you know, because every time we share things, it seems like it disseminates out into the world even more. And I think we have some very exceptional things, especially in our clothing line of fabrics that you can't find other places. And if you don't live close, take a look. We now have about 1,600 fabric entries right now. So we just added a bunch of new, end of bolts and discounted fabrics. So if you haven't seen that yet, go on there and look at those, because boy, we've got some great prices for you. And some of them are as much as 50% off. So don't hesitate to go through that and see. There's things for quilters, there's things there for clothing makers, there's things there for bag makers. You're going to find a lot. Oh, and we have some folks that do dolls and things like that. You're going to find some really nice deals. So I also wanted to tell you before we get too far off of the beaten track here, because I'm going to take you, now we're going to go clear across the shop here, and I'm going to take you over to that. We are going to go, oh, Dave, why don't you take a quick peek at this, because what I want to do is make sure that you know, starting on June the 1st and going through June the 8th, we're going to be doing a pre-cut sale. So you guys have to go and look online on Tuesday, June the 1st. We're going to have some wonderful deals on our pre-cuts. And that's going to include our fat quarter bundles. It's going to include anything from our jelly rolls, our 5-inch squares, our 10-inch squares. There's going to be all this wonderful stuff on sale. And I'm also going to do an additional discount on some other things. So go online on June the 1st and make sure that you take advantage. There's going to be a coupon you can use, and there's also going to be, the pre-cuts will just be marked down. So we'll have that taken care of. But look what we found. We have a whole bunch of wonderful things to show you today. Now, I want to start over here because we have all this wonderful Amanda Murphy stuff. We just got in some new books of hers. We've had some of her books, but we just refilled our stock of them. We have the Roller Work Quilting book. This is a really nice little book because what you can do with it is you can lay it out and have it sit down flat. She did a really good job with having it with these, this kind of binding where it's got the, what is that called? Come on, Margaret, brain work. These little, I can't think of the name of it.
Spiral?
Spiral bound. Thank you. I needed that word. So, the spiral bound books, and all 3 of these are done like that. So we have the Roller Work Quilting Idea book. We have the Organic Free Motion Quilting book. And so those of you who are trying to learn some free motion, you want to have, Amanda Murphy is the queen of this stuff. And if you have a Q16 or a Q20, or you have a, even if you have a frame model quilting machine, this will really help you get much better at doing free motion. Also, you can do this free motion on your domestic sewing machine. So if you have a 770 or 740, this is going to be wonderful for you. So she has this spiral bound so you can sit it down right beside you and you can really look at things. She does a great job of laying everything out. And, you know, it has just been one of those wonderful things. We also have the Free Motion Quilting Idea book. So she's got the one called Organic and then this one. So we've got all of those. But you know what else we have? We got in her fabric line, and this is it's from Benitex, and it's called Winter Village. And Winter Village has this beautiful piece. It's not really a panel. It's more like a continuous, a very continuous little area where there's wonderful winter scene in a little small town. It's got this gorgeous border print on either side. And so we are selling this, and then we have the fat quarter bundle to go with it. And we've got plenty of these. And so if you are ready for a Christmas quilt, I don't have a Christmas quilt, and I think this year I'm going to make myself a Christmas quilt. So this is very tempting for me, and I'm thinking about this being my new Christmas quilt. And I probably, we're talking about making up one of these for the shop. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, and we also have this layer cake group of fabrics. So this is 42 of 10 by 10 inch pieces that go with this also. So we have that. But you know what we also have? We have Snow Blossoms, and Snow Blossoms was made to use with these 10-inch layer cakes. So there's that, and it's a beautiful, beautiful pattern, and so this could be a Christmas quilt for you. Then she also, these are all Amanda Murphy's patterns, and then she also has Peppermint Forest, and I really like this. I'm going to show the back of it because I think that's a better view. That is so cool. Look at that with those little peppermint candies in it, and then the candy canes. I love this one. Then we have Winter Wonderland. And again, I think the back picture is a little bit better than the front. It's got basically this trip around the world, and then there's this beautiful applique that goes all the way around this. and it's got the most adorable little houses and gorgeous flowers, and it's finished off with little hearts in the corners. Amanda does a very engaging job of her patterns and her fabric, and we are carrying more of her stuff all the time, so keep an eye on that. So I'm going to get this out of our way for a second so that we can talk about some of the other things we've gotten in. Now, if you like doing patriotic stuff, check out these gorgeous batiks we just got in from Northcott. We've got this gorgeous stars. Even if you don't do anything patriotic, I think this is a gorgeous fabric. And then it's got this beautiful scroll work that has stars in it. Again, these are blue and gray. And then we have this kind of wonderful dark gray, almost to a black, with the stars in it. Then we have this gorgeous red, and then an even deeper red. And so these are really beautiful. We're going to put together some fat quarter bundles of these. They're so pretty. You will be able to do some really nice work with those. Now, before we go to, I've got a couple of really cool things to show you that we cut out of we found some stuff here recently, and I didn't even realize we had it. So I've got some cool stuff to show you at the end. But before we get there, I want to show you the new stuff. And the new stuff includes this gorgeous line from Wyndham called Wasabi Sabi. It's called Wasabi Sabi. I swear that's what it's called. So what we've got is this gorgeous fabric print. And if you look at the different pieces and parts, like this one, and we've got some here, this particular print, and this one right here. Look at these fabrics. We got the matching fabrics to go with it. So we are going to be putting together a really beautiful fat quarter bundle. We're going to do a half yard of this piece, but then what we're going to do is we're going to do our quarter yards of these, and what it'll be is some solids to go with it, and then the fabrics to go here, and I think this is going to be really gorgeous. So if we get something going?
Well, I was just thinking, Margaret, you were talking about the patriotic and doing patriotic quilts, and maybe a quilt of valor. Maybe they'd be interested in the one that's on the Bernina blog.
Oh,
is there... We also pattern that we have hanging up.
Okay, so if you take a picture of that one up there, Dave, that is our quilt of valor that is on the We All Sew blog from Bernina. And so you can get that pattern for free, I'm pretty sure, can't you? So that's a free one. And so with those fabrics that I just showed you, look at how gorgeous this turned out. It's so beautiful. And you know what? I know this is a quilt of valor, but I don't think anybody's going to get mad at you if you want to make one for yourself. So I think I think this is so gorgeous. And yes, it's wonderful to donate to the Quilts of Valor. But I also think that something like this would be wonderful hanging in your own house. So, and you know what? That's really neat about something like this is it doesn't have to be, this is really big. But you know, you could actually size it down so it could be more like a wall hanging at your home. So I love these kind of quilts. I think they're beautiful, and I think they add quite a wonderful thing to our home. Coming back to this Wasabi, Wyndham Wasabi Sabi, I just didn't want to take and one of the ideas I had for this fabric, and I think would be really beautiful, we did get these Fit for Art patterns, the Tabula Rasa jacket. This would be a perfect stepping off point. Use this fabric and maybe one or two of these other fabrics in it and some solids to go with it. And this could be such a gorgeous jacket. But you know what else it could be is a wonderful vest. And we've got one of the vest versions here. It's called the Swing Variation. So what you do is you buy the jacket pattern, and it has all the sizes from extra small all the way up to a 3 extra large. And then what you do is you add these pieces onto it. so that you have a whole wardrobe you can make of these jackets. They also have a rain or shine version, which I will tell you, I don't think you actually have to make it out of raincoat fabric. You can make it out of anything you want. But these rain or shine versions, there's some really cute stuff. They've got a funnel neckline on one. They've got hoods. They've got great pockets. They've got these really cute swing versions where it has a back pleat and side panels that are a little bit wider for those of us with a little bit of hip. So that's really nice. And then we have a shirt version. I like this a lot. Look at that with that stand-up collar, or one with a collar that's turned down. And again, you could use this fabric as a starting off point. I think it would really be wonderful. So I thought that it was important for me to show you ideas of where you could use this fabric. And this is really nice and soft. Sometimes our quilting cottons can be kind of stiff, but this one's nice and soft. So I think this is going to make up into, you could easily make this up into clothes as a quilt, of course. It would be wonderful as a quilt. So I was going through some stuff we had in the shop, and guess what I found? I found some more of my tulip pink tins. When the tulip Bernina did their special edition, they had extra tins left over from all of the hardware that they sold with the machines. This originally, when Bernina sold the tulip pink versions of the 570 and the 770, they gave away a group of scissors in these. But then when they ran out of the scissors, but they had leftover tins. And so we got some extra of these, and I thought we had gotten rid of all of them. I thought we had sold them all. Well, it turns out we didn't. What we did with them when we had them before is we filled them with our tulip pink fabric. Well, again, I thought we were all finished with all of our tulip pink fabric. Well, we weren't. We've got actually some vintage tulip pink. And this is Spirit Animal, and that's what's in here. So you can get a tulip pink. Now there's some other fabrics to go with it, so it'll look really pretty. And there's 15 of them in here. And so we are going to have these put on the website today, or you could even just call us and ask, or even message us on Facebook, and you will get this whole group of fabrics, and the tin comes free with the fabric. So there's 15 of them in here. They're going to be $48, and the tin will be free with it. So what a nice little situation there. So that was really cool, and I thought, oh my goodness, do we have anything else like that in the shop? Well, it turned out we did. We have some vintage, this is an Alexander Henry, and it's part of the Ghastly line that they've done. And this one was part, they call Ghastly Snip. And Dave, you're going to have to probably get in here a little bit close, because I doubt that our customers can see this. But there is this wonderful lady in here, and she's got little garden snips, and she's cutting her flowers. And here she is in this. And this is just really fun. Now, you can't find this yardage almost anywhere. We did a search online, and we found maybe a piece here and there of it, but not very much. Turns out from that line, we have this fabric, and we have these two blenders that went with it, and this really fun stripe in these mustard browns and blacks and beiges and grays. And so this was all meant to go together. Now, of course, you don't have to buy it that way, but I wanted you to know we had it, because this was put out about 3 or 4 seasons ago, and these aren't available anymore. So we thought we would make sure you knew about those. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is we have some vintage Allison glass. Now, when I say vintage, remember, fabric goes really fast in a season, and so oftentimes you can't find this stuff after it's been put out. And we originally got the entire line of Allison Glass's handiworks let me make sure, yeah, handiwork. And so her handiwork line was all about scissors and sewing tools, but it also had some kind of unique things. It kind of almost feels a little Egyptian with the eye, and there's some interesting flowers and stars and different things. But this line was put out, again, it was several years ago, and I found we had 5 pieces left of this line. And so we've got this beautiful pink floral. Then there's this fabric, which is like recreating some of those interesting shapes that were on the first one I showed you. And then there's this piece with the gray, and this is kind of a blown up and spread out version of what's going on with that first fabric. And then this very interesting, again, almost kind of a floral, but very subtle. And it's kind of a taupe gray color on a off-white. So these are really wonderful, and they're no longer available and done by some of our favorite designers. And I'm going to put together, we're going to, on the Alexander Henry, we're going to put some pre-cuts together of that. And we're going to put some pre-cuts together of this Allison class. So keep an eye out for those things. I think I've told you guys about everything. Don't forget on June 1st, we're going to start that pre-cut sale. So go back online and check out what's available. Don't forget that you can call us. Our phone number is 812-323-2665. We love to help you. We are always here to answer your questions. The shop is open regular hours. The city of Bloomington dropped their mask mandate, so we here in the shop have all been vaccinated, so you can come in without a mask if you choose to. If you want to wear a mask and you want us to wear a mask still, we're happy to do that for you. We'll still do curbside delivery for you if that's something you feel more comfortable with. Maybe you weren't able to get the vaccination for health reasons. We can still help you out with that. We are here to make sure that you can continue your sewing and enjoy this and have really a good time with it and expand that. I wanted to let you all know that we are thinking about starting a fitting club for those of you who want to get back into sewing clothes and you're not comfortable about fitting yourself. We're talking about doing a fitting club where what we'll do is we will show you how to alter patterns. We will show you what to look for in fitting. We will do it on lots of different body types. It's going to be something you don't have to be here in Bloomington for. You are going to be able to do this online. It's going to be using Zoom and emails, and we're going to give you lots of information. And if you don't know this, I have actually been sewing clothing now for over 30 years, and I probably fit anywhere from 10 or more people a day. And so I have a ton of experience working with lots and lots and lots of different body types, all kinds of different situations. So we have a wealth of knowledge here at the shop that I want to share with our customers. And so in September, we're going to start this club. If you think you might be interested, maybe you could let us know. I'm trying to kind of get an idea of what people are wanting to do come this next year. If you've got class ideas, if you've got ideas for things that you want us to do in-house, please don't hesitate to let us know. But if there's also things you want us to do online, maybe you aren't in Bloomington and you want us to do something that would help you from where you're at. I know we have this wonderful gal named Trisha who she takes and buys from us a lot of times, and I know she's in Illinois. So, I mean, some of you aren't here locally, and what do you want for us that we can do, that we can make your shopping experience better, that we can have things that you want and need? We would love to hear from you. It's really hard with, especially this past year where we didn't get a lot of feedback from people. I really want to make sure that we are serving what you guys need and doing stuff that you will appreciate and enjoy. So let us know what you're wanting and thinking about. Don't forget, you can always message us. You can email us. The email's really simple, info@universityofsewing.com. So you can reach us that way. Our website is universityofsewing.com. And we are here today from 10 until 5. Monday we're closed because of Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. And we will see you next Friday at Facebook Live at 9:30. And oh, by the way, we're talking about this whole Facebook Live thing. If you wanted a different time of day or a different day of the week, let us know, and we're trying to think of what might work better for people. So have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to share. You want to win. So have a great day.